part of Double P Media, doublepmedia.com.
Welcome to another edition of About 5 Minutes About. This one is spoiler-filled with Wheel of Time news. So, if you're not a book reader and you don't want to know anything about the new Series 2 that will be coming out sometime in the future, then this podcast may not be for you. You've been warned. Let's give credit where credit is due. Most of the news that I'm reporting here comes courtesy of WOTseries.com. WOTseries.com is your one-stop shop for all of the latest information regarding the Wheel of Time television series news. One of the biggest pieces of casting news that we've heard since the last time we talked about Wheel of Time is the casting of the character of Aviendha. The fact that Aviendha is going to be in Season 2 gives us knowledge that we will at least be getting into some characters from the third book of A Wheel of Time, The Dragon Reborn. The actress portraying Aviendha is Ayoola Smart, an Irish actress who has appeared as a series regular on Killing Eve and Smother. Given what we know about Aviendha in the books, it seems likely that we'll be seeing this character for quite a while in the series. Another interesting casting announced not too long ago, the casting of Elena Fokina. Not so much because of the role that she's producing, but because of who she is in real life. She's an actress, a dancer, a choreographer, and a teacher of contemporary dance for almost 20 years. She has been cast as A Sul'dam for Season 2. The Sul'dam are part of the Seanchan, who we saw introduced at the very end of Season 1. The fact that she is a dancer, to me, indicates that the flowy-like movements that the Seanchan use to perform their magics reflects a remarkable difference from the way that the Aes Sedai create their spells. Another very notable character in alliance with the Seanchan has been casted as well. Daniel Francis, who you may know from Disney ABC's Once Upon a Time, has been cast as High Lord Turak, while the role that Adrian Bouchet has specifically been casted for is still somewhat unknown. He was seen filming with the crew earlier this year. Other content providers are speculating that perhaps he might be cast as a significant member of the Fallen Heroes from Book 2, The Great Hunt. This would coincide well with the Seanchan storyline, but to date, we have no concrete information. It seems likely that we're going to see Min again in Season 2, or at least some of her family. While there are several aunts of Min's in the books, at least 2 of Min's aunts have been cast. Yuri Yamanaka and Haruka Kuroda have been cast in those roles. Another character very prominent in Book 2, Bayle Domon, has been cast, and the actor portraying that character will be Julian Lewis-Jones, who you may have seen in Invictus, The Eagle, or The Justice League. Other actors who have either been seen working on set or have been officially cast is Gary Beadle as Elyas Machera, Salee as a novice, Will Tudor as Barthanes, Melissa James as Elnore, Marie-France Alvarez as Celestin, Stuart Kenneth Moore as a stable master, and Laia Costa as, quote, Magdelena. Some other speculations include Karima McAdams, Raga Ragnars, Jay Duffy, Zélie Mendes-Jones, Laura Crowhurst, Natasha Jayahendra, and many more. And all of the cast from the original series seem to be returning, except for the role of Mat, which will now be assumed by Donal Finn. We are now going to shift gears into what I call the Triple S, the super spoiler section. So if you don't want to know anything about plots, get the heck out of here. I don't even understand why you were here in the first place. As mentioned before, it looks like we're going to get into the third book, To the Dragon Reborn. As you recall, in the book podcast that I did with Chris and John from TV Podcast Industries, Chris speculated that we would get all the way to Tyr during the course of Season 2. It looks like that may happen, given that Aviendha doesn't really show up until our heroes are headed to Tyr in the quest for Kalandor. Quest for Kalandor. Wait a minute, is that a double K? No, never mind. The casting of Lord Turak is very interesting. He's much more attractive than I actually suspected Lord Turak was. It's going to be interesting to see him in that role. The fact that Elyas was dropped from the first season seems to serve its purpose in the second season, as Perrin is going to need some training as a wolf brother. I'm glad they are including that in the story this time around. Will they keep the connection with Lan Mandragoran as well? I'm not certain. I'm not sure that it really matters that much, but we'll see. The casting of novices, and even this character Elsa Treehill, who Salle will play, indicates we are going to get some training for Egwene and Nynaeve at the White Tower, just like in the second book. Will Min be there as well? It is uncertain. I can't wait to see Aviendha in action. She is a badass warrioress Aiel. And of course, the announcement that Sira Coveney will be playing Elaine means that we have a good deal of the love triangle in place now for Rand. Or wait a minute, maybe that's a quadrangle. And that's all the Wheel of Time news that I have. Thanks for joining me on this week's edition of About 5 Minutes About. Don't forget, you can always tweet to the podcast by tweeting at BustBlockbuster on Twitter, or you can find our company, Double P Media, by tweeting to @double, the letters PHQ. Go ahead and subscribe to Double P Media's YouTube at youtube.com/C/the word double, the letter P, the word media.